Hey, Matt Inman here at London Grapple. We're going to look at some ways of entering for a takedown and completing a takedown in a striking exchange. So as I square off with Nathan, with my partner here, I want to draw a strike out from him first. I can do this by faking. The method we're going to use today, boys, I'm going to strike. So I'm going to lead with my jab. Okay, so as I'm throwing a jab, I can anticipate a lot of the time certain reactions from my partner. In this case, he's going to throw back at me. Because I'm throwing a straight shot, there's a good chance that he throws straight back. So I jab, and Nathan returns with a jab. That shot's coming straight down, okay? There's lots of ways we can deal with a jab. What we're going to do today is move our head off the center line, which is an important thing to be able to do. Keep my head off that straight shot line. So as I jab now, and Nathan jabs back, I can move my head outside the center line. Now, generally, this is taught, and there's good sense to this, that I slip to the outside of the shot. So as Nathan jabs, I'm slipping outside, and I'm in position to throw a counter or anything from there. What we're going to do today is, as he throws his jab, we're going to slip to the inside of the shot. Okay, so I'm slipping this way. Again, there's sensing that people tell you normally to go to the outside because now I'm looking at his backhand. But the one good thing an inside slip does give me is plenty of opportunities to throw counters on the inside, okay? So once I've slipped to the inside, I can start working with my uppercuts, I can start working my body lines, or I can even start working over the top. So as the jab comes, I'm throwing over the top to catch the temple there, okay? So all that's available to us with an inside slip. So if I jab, Nathan replies, and I slip to the inside. Plenty of opportunity to strike there, okay? What I'm going to do from my inside slip now is use my footwork. So I throw, Nathan replies, I'm going to take a small step to the outside, and then I'm going to pivot, okay? Now, if you look at the relationship between mine and Nathan's feet, Nathan's square, I'm bladed. This is an excellent time for me to attack because his center line's exposed, and it's an excellent time for me to enter for a takedown, okay? So I've got options here to come in, continue striking and move out. But what I'm gonna work, because I wanna take this fight to the ground, is I'm gonna hit a level change, okay? From my level change, I can now penetrate, okay? Let's talk a little bit about that angle, because I can, of course, shoot from a double leg from right in front. We're both in an orthodox stance here. We're both bladed. But if I change level and shoot here, you'll notice that I'm reaching a little bit further to that back leg. So there's a good chance that Nathan can start getting his hips in, sprawling back, and getting on top of me. I fail on my takedown. That's a lot more difficult for him to do once I open that inside angle. So this time I'm here, I throw, he throws, inside slip, pivot, drop my level, and penetrate, okay? Now, once I'm inside, I've got a nice tall spine, my head's up. If I've timed this really well, there's a good chance I can just blast straight through him. So I'm gonna step up, I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna complete my takedown there. What's more likely to happen against better guys though, is that I'm gonna encounter some resistance. I'm gonna feel some hip coming back, okay? So I throw, he throws, inside slip, pivot, drop my level, shoot. This time, get your hips forward a little bit. Hips are coming into me, so I'm carrying some weight, so it's much harder for me to drive up to the mat. So I'm gonna take a small outside step, I'm gonna windshield wiper my knee, and I'm gonna complete the double leg in this direction, okay? Now here, I'm using shoulder pressure, so if Nathan tries to scramble up to his feet, it's hard for him. You see as well, I'm working to keep his legs straight with a grip on his calves. I can step top leg over, triangle my legs, and come into a leg mount, okay? Now I've taken his legs away from him, it's gonna be difficult for him to scramble back to his feet. As he starts to turn to his knees and go up to his feet, this is gonna provide excellent opportunities for me to start controlling his wrists and putting him into some damaging striking positions, okay? So working through that again. I square off with my opponent, I lead with my jab, he answers back, I make my inside slip, I cut my angle with my pivot step, I drop my level and penetrate. I feel that resistance coming through so I can't come straight up, outside step, windshield wiper the leg and pull hard on this knee to complete the takedown. I'm moving around a little bit. From here now, I'm gonna take a step over, but notice how I'm keeping these legs straight. The minute Nathan can bend his heels back towards his hips, bend your legs back, he can start working back up to his knees. and giving me problems, okay? So the straighter I can keep his legs here, the better this is gonna be for me. I step over, look, still keeping those legs straight, triangling my legs, coming up to here. From here I can hit. Obviously no one's gonna wait there. He starts moving up, catch that wrist, feed behind, and flatten him out. Hip pressure, and strikes for the win. One more time, go a little bit quicker this time. I come here, I throw, he answers back. Inside step, change the level, pivoting out. Pressure with the shoulder, extending the leg. Step over, triangle. As he starts to move away from me, I trap the wrist and I go to work.